So view of the ball carrier. This is stuff that all you guys know, but I think it's really important to special teams, even more so probably than it is to defensive football. We don't do anything revolutionary here. We talk about what is your view of the returner. When I'm close enough to the returner, depending on my ability, usually between 6 yards, 10 yards, something like that. I need to make sure that I'm giving myself the same movement options that he has. So we use square view and side view. If I have a square view of the returner, that means that returner has a three-way go. He can go right at me, he can go left or right. What we say is we're going to mirror that, and we're going to get into a shimmy. All that really means is we're going to shorten our stride. We're going to coil, bend our knees. Weight's going to be on our insteps. We're going to keep gaining ground. The opposite of that is the side view. A lot of people call it profile view. We found it just calling it side view is a little more practical for for the guys understanding what that means. If you can see through the guy's ear hole, the guy's not going to be able to cut back on you. He can't change direction. So we want to be hyper aggressive, go and get the guy, take a shot. What we want our players to kind of drill into their minds is side view, stride through. If I have a side view, I want to keep a long stride, accelerate, and go take a shot on that returner. Try not to overcomplicate tackling. We say that the very best tackles, the perfect tackle is the one where you get the guy down. And so much of special teams is kind of in the gray area where it's like doesn't neatly fit into a box of what type it is. So we try to be really practical with how we coach those guys. I like this clip a lot. We can look at jersey number 2 right here, and then number 33, who's going to come off this block in a moment. Kickoff cover rep here. So he has a square view of the returner. This guy has a three-way go. He's mirrored that with his feet, but what he's not doing is the same thing we corrected earlier, is he's not gaining ground enough. He's kind of breaking down, as people say. We need to be gaining ground, continuing to close this vertical space. We'd love to see that right foot stay forward right there so we can close and make a same foot, same shoulder tackle. 33, from his perspective, he now has a square view of the returner. He is doing a great job with his knees inside his ankles, and he's closing the distance just a little bit. And one thing that we found is offensive guys are the ones who tend to break down and stop more often than defensive guys. So try to make sure that the offensive guys have ample opportunities in practice to get better at that. And the other part is making sure that the players understand the difference between kickoff and punt, just the amount of space, the chaotic nature of the play. You're going to naturally be more aggressive and a little more reckless on kickoff than on punt because there's just so limited space. We could do a better job of that, I really think. Here's an example. Look at number 20 right here. He's far from the returner. He's waiting for this ball to declare. Here's a side view of him right now. He's going to get into a long stride, and now the returner squares up to him a little bit more, and you're going to see his feet are going to mirror that, shortening his stride, getting ready for that ball to go any way it needs to. But he does a great job continuing to gain ground. That view transitions back to a side view right there. He's going to be back to a long stride, go take your shot, go make